Hello everyone, All About the Gyro here, but for this video, I'm going to come at you as Dwayne, so hello to all of you. I want to discuss a topic I have not discussed prior on the channel, but it's something that I have participated in for 25 years, and that is the game of chess, specifically correspondence chess. I took it up when I first started serving in the United States Air Force in my late teens, and I've been playing tournament level correspondence all the way up until basically this past weekend. So it has been a very important part of my life. I've met some great people from correspondence chess that I'm very fortunate to still have relationships with. However, with all that said, this video is something that I never thought I would ever make in a million years, but my ethics require it. This video is to announce publicly that I have resigned my membership in the Correspondence Chess League of America effective immediately. The reasons for this are very straightforward. A game was adjudicated, and when I asked the tournament director to investigate 6 games besides the game that was referenced, which was a lesser developed game, as in correspondence you're allowed to use published games that occur in tournaments as kind of a crib sheet, but you cannot use computers in the CCLA. That is reserved for the International Correspondence Chess Federation, ICCF. You can use engines. When I said, why weren't these games considered in the overall valuation, plus cited 2 recent books on the subject in question, I was basically blown off. And so I asked the tournament director, there is no other remedy for me except to appeal this decision to a general director or the president of the organization. And the response that I was given was patronizing, it was demeaning, and frankly, it was insulting. I consider that a soft form of bullying. That is unacceptable, and that is why I have resigned. You see, I myself am a tournament director in 2 different disciplines: duplicate bridge and disc golf. If I addressed a paying individual participating at either my facility or my course, in the way that I was spoken to, especially when I had achieved master status prior, that's anyone over 2,000 rating. My highest rating was 2054 in the USCF years ago. The following things would occur. At the bridge club, what would happen is people would stop showing up. The board of directors would take notice. You're no longer a club director, and now you have the additional problem of everyone talking, saying, oh, he's not the club director anymore. He was mean to a couple of people. And now that person doesn't have partners to play with, because bridge is a very social game. In disc golf, it would be worse. If an individual came to the director and had legitimate grounds on, for example, is something out of bounds? Is this a mismandatory, etc., that individual has the right to not only have an appeals committee, but they have the right to appeal to state coordinator, to the tournament director, without malice, without prejudice. And if it is determined that the tournament director in question acted inappropriately, that person would be sanctioned by the sanctioning body, basically under the conduct unbecoming principle that the PDGA has. The simple fact of this is, when individuals address you inappropriately, after you suggest alternatives and are constructive about it, if you are still treated in such a way where you were patronized, demeaned, and or bullied, that is not your failure. That is the individual and or the organization's failure to appropriately address legitimate concerns. My concerns were not addressed appropriately, and the taint of being potentially aligned with using chess engines is a very strong one in the chess community. The bylaws of the CCLA state that if you have 3 games that exceed what they call engine use threshold, you are put in the advanced division and you can never be put back in the division you left. Now, the issue with this is in the advanced division, computer engines are allowed. This is why I haven't played an ICCF game in many, many years, because that is not chess. That is who has the best hardware, who can run out their computer to the maximum amount of moves, what we call plies. That is not what I'm after. So the moral of this is very simple. When in a position of authority, when in a position of mentoring, we have the responsibility to go out of our way to do 2 things. 1, if there is any doubt to a conclusion, to a process, to an outcome, that doubt should always go not to the organization and not to the referee or director. It should go to either the player or participants that are affected. Full stop. Secondly, when someone comes up to you and disagrees with you, you have the obligation of listening twice as much as speaking. In this specific case, that was a failure of the tournament director. Hence, my resignation. And so this closes a major part of my life, stepping away from tournament correspondence. I will probably still play casually, but I don't know if it will feel the same. To be honest, I don't know if it would feel the same. And it's a good lesson for me specifically to make sure that I don't act in the way that was acted towards me. That's it for now. I have blocked the email addresses, I have closed the tab out, and I have simply chosen to walk away. That is how you have to deal with a bully. And if the bully still does not get that memo of don't engage with me, I'm not going to give you the attention that you seek, then when you confront firmly, vigorously, and decisively, so that they never forget that you will not be bullied and treated that way. That's some good life advice right there. Anyway, my friends, that's it for now. And I will see you in the next video where I discuss my final iRacing 2021 Scheduling 3 calendar. Take care for now.